Do these Beats Fit Pros sound better than the AirPods Pros? Well, okay, y'all, so Beats, or you can also say Apple, just dropped the Beats Fit Pros, and I already have them out of the box. So one of the main kind of standout features of these versus other earbuds that Apple sells is the fact that these do have this wingtip design. And this wingtip is kind of built into the body of the kind of the main portion of the earbud. And when you look at competitors like the Bose Quiet Comfort earbuds right here, you can see that this wingtip not only has like a little space in the middle of it, but it's a little bit more kind of, I don't want to say flimsy, but it's not as rigid as the ones here on the Beats Fit Pros here. And also when you compare these to like the Jaybird Vista 2s here, you have that same kind of comparison like we have with the QCs. And so ultimately, I'm happy that they went with the wingtip design because look, most earbuds right now are trying to be like the ultra sexy style where they have like a one size fit all solution. But what this does do is it doesn't fit everyone well. And because you don't have any like moving pieces here to kind of adjust to the inside of people's ears, this is kind of what you see, what you get, and you might not have the best fit and feel. But because of this wingtip design, you can see that this is going to be able to get in your ear, and then depending on what's going on the inside and whether you have like big ears, small ears, or medium ears, this can change its size to be able to give you that better fit. Now, before these, when I need like a pair of earbuds, where are they? Right here. When I needed a pair of earbuds that just kind of worked in all situations, especially when I'm doing something extremely active and moving around, I've been using the Beats Power Beats Pros here for like the last 2 or 3 years or so. And the great thing about these is that when you hook them around the outside of your ear, these aren't going nowhere. Now, they look like you're talking to the Secret Service, but these give you that secure fit that I really do like, but these are a little bit dated. So they don't have active noise cancellation, transparency modes, none of those things that you have with these Beats Fit Pros. So wingtip design, I am liking it. I'm very happy that they went with it. And then Apple says they've managed to put over like 30% more components inside of these Fit Pros compared to the Studio Buds. And so it's not a big drastic difference, but the fact that you have more technology inside of it, more circuitry and all that other stuff inside of these, but they've maintained a very similar look to the Studio Buds is pretty impressive. And as far as the look of these buds too, I really do like them. I think they look pretty sleek. And these are the black versions with the red logo here, but these do come in 4 different colors that you can choose from. And I think they look really good in your ear too. So let me go ahead and pop these in. And one of the things too about these Fit Pros is that they have this little laser cut micro hole near the acoustic nozzle, or just like the tip of the earbuds, that's going to be able to help with relieving the pressure that you get for having earbuds inside of your ear. And if you've used earbuds for like an hour or 2 or so, you can kind of feel that build up over time. But with these, I haven't had any case where I felt uncomfortable. And let me talk about this because this is kind of important. So the way you're supposed to put these in your ears is that you put them in and then you give them a twist up or like towards your face, and that helps that wing get situated and allow these to have a comfortable fit. But when I was doing my audio comparisons, which I'll talk about a little bit later, I found that the audio from these was a little too low compared to everything else, and I was like, what's going on there? But I realized that I was twisting them up too far up, and I was pulling the earbud out of my ear canal. So what I do now is that I push them up and then I push them back like halfway, and that gets them seated perfectly. And something else I do when I'm putting them in my ears is that I do have my index finger on the wingtip right here, because when you do put them in, sometimes the wing might actually be on the upper part of your ear, but you needed to get it right in this little area, and then you can do that twist. So just use your index finger to be able to guide that inside of your ear, and that works for me. And I didn't have that many accidental touches because of the design of these and the fact that you have the space here on the side to grab on to put these in or take them out of your ears. But also the button is this Beats logo right here towards the bottom of the earbud, where compared to like the Beats Studio Buds, the button that you need to press in is actually at the top. So when you are putting these in your ears, you might be a little bit more prone to like touch the top part of it. So it's smart that they move this to the bottom portion of the earbud. And because this does have Apple's H1 chip inside of them, just like the Apple AirPods Pros, this does allow you to do an ear tip test, and that will give you a little test to be able to let you know which size ear tip that you need to use for your ears, because if you didn't know, your ears might have different size ear tips that work best for them. So being able to run that test allows you to go and use those extra ear tips inside of the box and get the best fit. And now let's talk talk about this case. So when you do take the earbuds out of your ears and you put them in the case, they have this little magnetic snap that they do. And then you do also have this button right here that you need to press to initiate pairing mode. But the case itself is actually a pretty decent size, but it kind of fits between the AirPods Pros and also the Beats Studio Buds right here. So these aren't as wide as the Studio Buds case, but these definitely are taller than the AirPods Pros case. So definitely not as pocketable as the AirPods Pros case, but these are definitely a smaller size compared to its bigger brother, I will call it, the Power Beats Pros case here. As you can see, this thing you just really couldn't take with you on the go, or at least like put it in your pocket or something, because it was just way too big. Now, this is a battery charging case, so let's talk about battery life real quick. So when you are using ANC or the transparency mode, you can get up to 27 hours of listening time. So that's 6 hours with the buds in your ears, but then when you're using the case, you get an additional 21 hours. But if you do turn both of those off, you can get up to 30 hours of listening time. So that means 7 hours of the earbuds in your ears, an additional 23 hours from the case. Now, as far as charging the case and the buds up from 0% to 100, that's going to take you about an hour and a half. But if you are in a rush and you have like 5 minutes or so, that 5-minute charge can get you up to an hour of listening time with ANC on. And so I'm happy about the battery life that I get with these compared to other earbuds in this price range. But one thing I'm not happy about is that these do not come with wireless charging like the AirPods Pros or even some $99 earbuds that are out right now. So you don't get wireless charging, and you also don't even get the option to be able to, pay a little bit more money to buy a wireless charging case, which I wish they did, because they do that with their regular AirPods. So not having wireless charging at this price range, definitely something that I want to see in the future. But one thing that these do have that you don't really see from a lot of other Apple earbuds is really good Android support. So you can use these with an Android phone like this Pixel 6 Pro here, because you can download the Beats app, and that will allow you to be able to use fast pairing. So once you open up the lid for these Fits Pros, you'll see a little notification in the app, and a couple of taps later, you'll be paired up to your Android phone. And then also from here, you can customize the different controls for the buttons on the earbuds, which you can control individually. So you can have the right earbud, when you press in and hold, activate noise cancellation or change to another mode. Or on the left earbud, you can have it when you press and hold to activate the volume controls or to activate the voice assistant. And yes, you can use these with the Google Assistant on your Android phone. And also in here, you can turn on automatic ear detection. So when you put them in your ears, they'll automatically start playing. And the good thing about these Fits Pros is that they do use skin detection. So they will be better at knowing when they're going in your ear versus going in your pocket. And then also you can have noise cancellation with only one earbud if for whatever reason you want to do that. And so you don't always get that option with earbuds. So it's nice to see that. And so it's good to see Apple embrace the Android side of the world, at least with their Beats products. But if you want the best experience, the most seamless experience between all of your Apple devices, of course, you're going to need to use these with the iPhone. So you have all of the access to all of those features as I showed you before. And so because of that H1 chip, you do have that fast pairing or quick pairing. I can't remember what they call it, but anyway, open up the lid on the case of these buds, and then you can get them paired up quickly. And then when you pull down the controls center, you have the access to the volume controls and also switching between the different audio modes. And you can also control the spatial audio support that these do have, like the AirPods Pros, but also unlike the Beats Studio Buds that don't have that feature. And you can change up the EQ for these, but only when you're using them with like the Apple Music app. So you can go into the settings app and then go to music, and then you'll be able to change that EQ. But also too, when you go into the Bluetooth settings, you can find the earbuds, hit that little I button, and that will allow you to access all of those different settings that I talked about before in the Beats Android app. But now let's talk about audio quality, and I know what you want to know. Do these Beats Fits Pros sound better than the AirPods Pros? Well, yes, and I would say yes, because 30% of the time I do like the sound signature on these versus the AirPods Pros, and the other 70% they sound pretty even to me. But I really like the way the bass and the low end sounds on these when I listen to certain types of hip hop, and also and even when I'm listening to like Hans Zimmer, I just feel like the audio signature that you get with these is just a little bit better than the AirPods Pros. And look, those AirPods Pros have been out for a while now, and these are the new hotness. But Beats has definitely done a really good job with the transducers inside of here that are definitely bigger than the ones that come on the Beats Studio Pros. And then because of that H1 chip inside of these, you do have spatial audio, as I mentioned before. So this enables things for like head tracking when you're watching a movie or listening to music, which is kind of cool to do once or twice because it uses the accelerometers and the gyroscopes inside of the earbuds and also your phone to be able to track the position of your head and your phone, which again is cool to do once, but I usually use spatial audio in the stationary mode where basically you're just able to use the Apple Music app on your iPhone or even Android, and that just gives you that really good audio experience and it makes it sound like you're just in the room while they're making the music. And when you aren't using ANC or transparency mode, the adaptive EQ kicks in for these, and that's basically going to be using the inward facing microphones on these earbuds, so they're going to be listening to the inside of your ear and kind of like measuring the sound waves as they bounce around your ear to just adapt that EQ to give you the best sound that it thinks you want to hear. Now, when it comes to things like ANC and transparency mode, though, I will give the nod to the AirPods Pros in those two categories, only slightly though. When I wasn't doing side-by-side comparisons, I am perfectly happy with both of those modes on these Fits Pros, but just compared to the AirPods Pros, I just feel like those were a little bit better in those two things. But I will say that in these two modes, these are better than the Beats Studio Buds, though, if you do want to know about that comparison. All right, so now the audio that you're hearing is coming from these Beats Fits Pros, and I'm giving you a sense of how they might sound if you are on a phone call. So I'm walking down this alley, so one, nobody can see me wearing them, but two, so you can get a little bit of sense of the wind resistance that it does have. So Apple says they've done a good job to try to eliminate the noise of wind and stuff when you are wearing these and on a phone call. But yeah, let me know what you think and how these sound down in the comments below. And so look, the AirPods Pros have been out for a little while, and what we're seeing is just the technology catch up, especially for lower prices compared to them. And I think it's about time for Apple to release some new AirPods Pros. But for right now, if you're looking for a pair of earbuds like these Fit Pros that just give you the best of both worlds, whether you're using Android or iOS, you get that spatial audio, you get ANC, you get that good transparency mode, and you get really good sound quality. I think for $200, these are a really good deal. But for right now, out of all of the Apple earbuds, I will be using these the most because of that wingtip. It gives me that secure fit in my ear, and I know they aren't going anywhere when I'm working out and stuff. And oh, these are rated for IPX4 for like water resistance and things. So yeah, these will be my workout earbuds. These will be when I'm going hiking and stuff, because you have that wingtip that gives you that secure fit. And that's also a really big advantage over the AirPods Pros, because for me, they always kind of move around a little bit in my ears. And when that happens, that means that you're not going to be getting that best sound quality because the ear tip is not going to be in the right position in your ear. But with these, you don't have to worry about that. I mean, these are very unlikely to move around when you get them inside of your ear, and you're going to be less likely to have to go buy third-party ear tips and things to get that perfect fit. I think these are going to fit a lot of people nicely. So yeah, these are just my thoughts about the Beats Fits Pros. Let me know what you think down below in that comment section. Also, smash that subscribe button and that notification bell if you like this content and you want to see other stuff that I do. And also hit that like button too. But like always, I do want to thank you for watching this video, and I'll catch you later. Peace.